What's going on YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Are you tired of cutting trades early or holding on to losers too long? Well, all of that ends today. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to hold on to winners longer and cut trades faster. When analyzing these two trades, what do you notice from the left and the right side? One trade is telling you to cut the trade, the other trade is telling you to be greedy. Now, what is the difference? Notice on the left-hand side, as we get this retracement, what occurs? We pull back into a fair value gap, something along the lines of that, and we see continuation up. Now, same exact start of the trade on the right hand side, but what else occurs? Notice how we get this minor pullback, but we actually sweep liquidity. Not only do we sweep liquidity, but we also invalidate the bullish order flow by getting a body close below the fair value gap. Therefore, you don't want to be greedy on a trade that is no longer supporting bullish order flow. Once you start to see bearish order flow present itself, that's where you want to kind of think, okay, can I still be greedy on this trade or not? Now let's dive into a couple of examples here. First and foremost, what do you notice here? Notice market structure. Trend is currently up on the higher time frame. For the intraday levels, trend is currently trending down. Notice how we have a series of lower highs and lower lows. We have never broken market structure a single time to the upside. Notice here on the 15-minute time frame, we're actually about to get a body close over this 15-minute equilibrium block. Now what does that mean? That's where order flow starts to flip bullish. Why do we know that? Because if bears were still present here, they would 100% get a rejection of this range. Not only that, but you would not see a body close above this 15-minute equilibrium block range. Because of that, we are now starting to look for longs. Now let's go down to a lower time frame here. Now that we're down on a lower time frame, let's mark out our levels. First and foremost, we have buy side liquidity up here, more buy side liquidity up here, and more buy side liquidity up here. So at this given point in time, our job is to find an entry to target these buy side liquidities. We want to look at the lower time frame to see where can we get an entry to potentially target these buy side liquidities here. What can we see? Notice here on the 3-minute, we have an IFVG here. Not only that, but on the 15-minute, we also have a 15-minute equilibrium block here. Our sole job now is to find an entry to take out this buy side liquidity. We actually took this exact trade on QQQ, taking 406 calls. My entry was the 15-minute equilibrium block with a stop loss at the bottom of the wick to take out this buy side liquidity up top here at 16,926. If you wanted a tighter risk to reward, you can also put your entry at the bottom of the IFVG here, with your stop loss at the most recent pivot for a 7.19 risk to reward. The trade setup that I personally took and alerted to the community was a 6.71 risk to reward. Now let's play this out. If you want to trade with the community and catch all my trades live, make sure to check out the link in the description and join my trading community, Rags to Riches. Notice how buyers step in at the IFVG, also holding up the 15-minute equilibrium block. Now we get the expansion leg. And at this given point in time, I actually alert to my community, you can be greedy in this trade setup. Now the reason behind it is based on the 15-minute time frame. That's why it's so important to incorporate multiple time frames. Now if we go back to the 15-minute time frame, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now let's do a quick recap. First and foremost, we started off with the 15-minute time frame. We noticed how we started to invalidate the bearish order flow, start to flip bullish. At that point, that's where we took our long entry to target internal buy side liquidity. Once we enter the trade, the following 15-minute candle here at 12:30 confirms that this trade will work out and also gives us confirmation that we can be greedy on this trade setup. The reason behind it is based on this 15-minute bullish equilibrium block and as well the 1 o'clock candle based on the 15-minute invalidated the fair value gap, which now means the market is seeking for at least internal buy-side liquidity. For this example, we're going to show you how to keep your losers tight. I placed this trade mainly because we closed below the IFVG, we closed below the bearish equilibrium block, we are currently in a downtrend with displacement, and I was looking for us to take out some more sell side liquidity at the low of the day with the setup something like this. Notice how my stop loss is only 3 ticks. Very, very tight stop loss. We actually took this exact trade. Once I got stopped out here, you'll see here in the following candle, we get a slight push up in our favor. And the following candle stops me out. This is how I like to trade. That's why I only enter at equilibrium blocks. If you notice, equilibrium blocks offer a very, very tight stop loss, no more than 5 points on average. So if that is the case, if our stop loss is only 5 points, notice what happens after we get stopped out. I actually just take this position and flip long. The reason behind that is because we know order flow has just shifted from bearish back to bullish. Why do I know that? Because if sellers were present, they would have 100% rejected that 3-minute equilibrium block. We already started off with the rejection of the fair value gap. We just never got a follow through. So because of that, once I got stopped out of my puts, I instantly flipped long and was able to capitalize for over a 600% gain to take out buy side liquidity. All because we kept our stop losses tight. So as you can see, we get stopped out here. We actually look for the retest of the same exact equilibrium block and look to take out buy side liquidity at the high of the day with our stop loss at that wick. Let's play this out. Notice how we got this displacement. We got our retest, 5.53 risk to reward, and we take out our buy side liquidity here. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, comment what you guys would like to learn next, and I'll see you guys in my next video.